Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. And I believe, what was that noise? Okay, I'll move along then. But it is once again the Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. And what's on my mind today? Two things actually. First thing on my mind is chest. Second thing on my mind is my back fully healed for me to go back into the gym today? And we're gonna find out. So I guess the real way to find out is after I do my cardio. Well, actually, I guess cardio might be a good introduction to at least see how I'm gonna feel for the majority of the workout. Because at least today, I have a meal in me right now, which is a big improvement from what was that, on Sunday? Okay, I definitely sense something very weird every time I press the brakes, and it's a little bit alarming. They sound like they're grinding. Not sure how I feel about that. The brakes are catching, so I guess we're also going to be doing a test run on my car as well. On top of the fact I'll be doing a test run on my body as also. Because on Sunday we had the barbell squat incident. Actually, I guess I shouldn't call it the barbell squat incident. It was the me being a dumbass incident where I didn't eat, I didn't stretch, I didn't warm up that well, and it just went into working sets because I wasn't in the best mental state. And what had happened because of it? Because of my not so great mental state, I got put into a not so great physical state where I already felt my lower back kind of being not the most pleasant feeling sensation right before I did those barbell squats, but then right after I started those barbell squats, it all went downhill because after I finished, I turned off the recording. I remember just holding on for dear life to not pass out because I was just so undernourished, malnutritioned during that entire day. So I decided to take a big step or a big page out of my own book and say, maybe I'll eat something before I work out today. So I touch my tummy right now. There's still some food in there because I ate it around, it's 2:07 p.m. right now. I ate at around like 11ish. So maybe that's a little bit too long ago. I wanted to eat the moment I woke up today, but I just wasn't hungry. And I know, sometimes if you're on a bulk, you gotta eat when you're not hungry, especially if you're not full, you should eat a little bit more, but I don't know, I really did not feel like eating this morning when I woke up, so I was just like, I'm gonna wait until I'm a little bit hungrier to consume some calories. But I had a breakfast that I haven't had in a while, because after my little, what was it, 9 or 10 day break that I took from the gym during, the Thanksgiving week / a little bit further ahead, as I said, I got really tired of my bulk, and I got so tired of eating 250 grams of yogurt, 30 grams of chia seeds, 30 grams of hemp hearts, with 140 grams of frozen blueberries, with 12 grams of agave syrup, 30 grams of protein powder. And I got kind of tired of it, if I'm being honest. Like, I was quite literally eating that abomination of a concoction for about, specifically that recipe with the chia seeds and the hemp hearts. I've been eating that combination for like 3, 4, maybe even 5 months now for breakfast every single day if I was at home. And I got tired of it. And even today, I didn't have the 140 grams of blueberries, so didn't have the full experience today, right? But I had everything that I usually have, just minus the frozen blueberries. And I realized that the frozen blueberries don't really make that much of a difference other than the taste, because I still felt equally as full and equally as kind of, I don't want to say grossed out, because if it was truly that gross, I wouldn't eat it, right? But it's definitely not the most pleasant meal, but I do enjoy it for one thing. It's easy to put down because it's just yogurt and some additional toppings to it. And it has all the macros and nutrients that I would like from it. Chia seeds apparently have a lot of goodies into them. Hemp hearts actually have quite a bit of good nutrients in them as well. A lot of vitamins and minerals. Blueberries are good for you. They also have fiber. And also, that's one thing I really enjoy about them. It has fiber, it has protein, it has carbs, And it has vitamins and minerals because I consume my vitamins and minerals right after I eat that meal. And I know it sounds a little bit hard to believe, but it has around 50 to 55-ish grams of protein, animal protein too, if I want to specify on that, because apparently hemp hearts have quite a bit of plant protein in them as well, but I just don't count them initially from my actual protein count because it's just easier for me to just account for all the animal proteins first, and then any plant protein after that is like an extra bonus after that. So it's kind of like all the plant proteins that I consume in a day are like my backup plan in a way. So I don't have to focus too hard on making sure I hit all my plant protein when I can just consume all of that in animal protein first, and all the plant protein is just like a little sprinkling on top of just in case I mess up and I need an extra little boost to pull me through the day. But that has been consumed. It is way past my initial time of going to the gym because I really debated whether or not to go to the gym today. Because as I said, I'm still recovering from my little back injury. And it's not 100% right now. But here's my idea right now. Hear me out on my thought right now. Yes, you should definitely take time off and let your injuries heal. But I'm also thinking, what if it seems okay? Should I at least let it ease back into the routine? Obviously I'm not going to go in today and start doing the heaviest set of PR barbell squats I've ever done in my life, because that'll probably irritate or even hurt my back even more. But even just the thing as just moving around more, would that be beneficial? This is a hypothesis I have right now at the moment where I'm just if it's I actually don't know if it's a muscle thing, it's a nerve thing, but whatever. If I were to do an exercise or just even, let it move around a little bit and kind of get the area not filled with blood, but, get some activity in that so it kind of promotes whatever the body wants to promote over there. Do I sound incredibly stupid right now because I don't know how to describe any of this? Yes, but it's kind of it's like bro science. It's things that kind of make sense when you think about it logically and how you think about how your body works. So I think easing it back into it might actually aid in recovery, because the entire thing of physical therapy too is if you were to tear a muscle, you don't just not use it for the rest of your life. You have to bring after you injure it and after you let it heal enough to the point it won't tear again, you got to start working it back up again to get back into the routine so that it comes back stronger, right? And I know not all muscles come back stronger, especially if you injure it to some extent, but did you see what I'm talking about right now? Because the entire thing about muscle building too is again, I think I heard somewhere that this isn't entirely true, that the entire act of building muscle is tearing down muscle fibers and then your body builds them back stronger. I heard that's actually not entirely true now. There's some other things that go on, and it's not just your muscle fibers being torn and repaired. But back isn't fully healed, the lower back specifically. It's not like it hurt my lats or something, but it feels all right. Could I be being very dumb by going back into the gym today and potentially re-injuring it? Yeah, maybe. But with the extra knowledge that I have in mind of how I hurt it, what it felt like, what I want to avoid, what I think would actually aid in benefiting it, like stretching, warming up more amply, I think I have a decent workout ahead of me. I think I do. I'm mostly excited for cardio because, again, I don't know why. I've been having fun with cardio recently, just listening to music and just zoning out for 30 minutes and just incline walking. It's not too bad for the soul, actually, if I'm being frank once again. But chest, last time I did chest, I was doing barbell, and I remember I'm getting pretty close to hitting that 135 incline bench. And I like to think I can do it by the end of the year. But by the off chance I don't hit it by the end of the year, I'm not going to be too sad, because it's not like I'm going to give up the gym just because I didn't, accomplish that one goal that I had in mind. It's just a nice little, milestone that I want to hit. And if I don't hit it before the end of 2023, I know I'll hit it in 2024. And I could be a little bit disappointed saying, I wanted to hit it sooner. But I mean, if I'm going to eventually hit it anyway, I'd be disappointed that it was, later than sooner. But today, I'm specifically thinking about doing dumbbell incline press today, just because, I don't know, I just woke up today and I thought that'd be really fun to do. So if it sounds fun to do, I'm going to go do it. So incline dumbbell press, combined with the isolateral hammer strength incline press as well. into sets of the pec deck. And if the pec deck's taken, then I'll do the high to low flies on the cable machine. And if those are taken, I actually don't know what I'm going to do yet. So we'll figure it out as we go. But I have arrived at the gym. Way better mental mindset, whatever it is. So let's go get that workout in. It is raining a lot recently. It is raining quite. Actually, I gotta empty my pockets because I noticed with these pants, if I have stuff in the left pocket while I'm driving, they will fall out while I am driving, and it makes a very embarrassing noise when everything falls out of my pockets like I got killed in a video game, and all my gray tier loot falls off from my body and the people around me have to collect it. That is the vibe I'm getting right now. Like, you know, like when you knock somebody in a video, actually I guess you can't knock them. If you knock them, they're still crawling around. If you fall down somebody in a video game, especially a battle royale, and you just explode with loot, that's kind of what happens when I wear these pants and I have stuff in the left pocket while I drive. Wow, that was a very, very short light. But chest, and I know it's not believable because I didn't record any of it, but I almost said side chest. Chest and the side lateral head of the deltoid have been hit as well. And you might be wondering, you actually might be wondering this time, instead of just, I might say that and then you go, no, Andy, I had no idea what we were going to say after that. But you might be wondering, why did I not record any of my shoulder workouts? Because you might be thinking, did he lie? Did he actually not do the workout and now he's just lying so that he can save face to the 4 viewers that he has? Actually, I think it's actually 12 viewers, because I think yesterday's video, or I guess the video I got injured on, the leg day from Sunday, I think it's standing strong at 12 views right now. So I think it's safe to say right now that I'm about to hit YouTube stardom. I'm about to drop everything in my life and become a full-time YouTuber right now, fellas. But let's see, what was it? I think we left the house at around like 2:07-ish. And now I'm heading home at around 3:51. Chest and side delts actually never really take that long, just because I have very, very low volume for them. And maybe in the future I could increase the volume, but for now it's 6 sets of chest and 4 sets of side delts. Maybe that's too little, maybe that's just enough for me, who knows? But for the time being, I am liking 6 sets of chest. I am really liking only having 6 sets of chest. At first, I thought it was too little, so I was like, oh, maybe I want to do 8 sets actually, because I want to do 4 different variations of exercises. But 6 sets seems to be my little magic number for the time being, because I get to do 3 different exercises, and doing 2 sets of each exercise makes me feel like I can exert enough effort, power, and in a way, some sort of perfection per set, so that it doesn't degrade if I were to do more than 2 sets per of those exercises. Because I've always noticed that no matter what exercise I do, especially if I am working until failure, I like doing 2 sets of failure instead of 3 sets of failure, because even doing 2 sets of failure, I will not be able to usually match the same amount of reps that I did on the first set, because I have generally less fatigue. So the first set might be 8 sets, the second might be 5 to 6. Maybe I can even match 8 again, depends on the exercise and how I'm feeling that day. But if I were to do 3 sets of failure, I feel like the quality of the set just drops tremendously after the second one. Because I feel like on the second one, if I did do 8 sets into 6 sets into the second set, the third set would maybe have me doing like 4 really subpar reps, and then maybe just eking out partials if I have even enough energy for that. So for the time being, I like just doing 2 sets of failure, and then taking ample enough time between, you know, that exercise and the next exercise, so that I can, in a way, rest up. And then for the next exercise, I have like, albeit it's not 100% of my energy, but instead of going into the next exercise like at 67%, I'd be going into it at 75%. I know, kind of like minuscule numbers might not even make that much of a difference, but it's just what's been comfortable for me, and I've been liking it. And I still gotta tinker around with the fact of maybe I do want to do more sets of side delts, but I feel like side delts aren't really that big of a muscle, so like, do I really have to work them that hard? I mean, if I had bigger delts, maybe I had more of an excuse to say my routine works, so maybe I do gotta increase the volume a little bit because I don't really have massive delts. But I don't know, I just get really bored of doing side delt exercises for 6 sets. Like 4 is like pushing the limit, where I'm just like, all right, I feel satisfied, I feel the burn, I want to go home now at that point. But to add to the mystery to the side delt exercises today, because I didn't record any of it. Oh, and the reason I didn't record anything was it's 3:50 right now, so around the time it was like 3:30, 3:40-ish at the gym. It got really packed, and especially with a lot of high schoolers. I'm not blaming the busyness for the high schoolers, but it got really packed to the point where people were kind of like in queue for some of the machines. And it's not like I was using any of the equipment that people were like specifically waiting in line for, but it just got really uncomfortable to film because there was no place to really put my tripod and camera without it being in the way of somebody else. And again, I know a majority of the people that probably don't even care, and I have seen people like go out of the way to avoid going in front of my camera, which I do appreciate, and I wish I could tell them that. But usually what happens is I only have my camera out front somewhere when I'm doing a set, and I can't really thank them in the middle of a set. I can't go, thank you. Oh, I just hiccuped. Oh my goodness. I made such a weird noise that my body forced the hiccup out of my body. That was not that pleasant. Not that pleasant, actually. But yeah, I just didn't want to record my shoulders just because it got too cramped at the gym, and I didn't want to be like the guy that like blocks pathways and blocks ways to like the dumbbells just because I'm trying to record my one set. So I took the executive decision and I didn't record any of my shoulder exercises, but I actually did 3 sets of... I actually did 4 sets. I did a total of 6 sets today of side delts because I was just kind of having fun with it. Wait, what? After my entire spiel saying, wait a second. I did 6 sets of side delts today. Huh. Can't believe I forgot about that. Because, okay, let's go back real quick. I did 2 sets of dumbbell lateral raises with the 15 pound, and then I did 2 sets after that with the 7.5 pound. And then instead of going to the cables to do my little cable races, since all the cables were taken, I went to the machine that I rarely see people use, which is the actual lateral raise machine. No one, like, you sit in and then you do like the chicken wing and then you go like this. I did that because, you know, I thought I haven't used it. Why not try it out? And I think I like it. This guy, oh my, what is wrong with you? Why would you turn like that? Half of his car was sticking out of the turning lane. I never understood people that like go into the turning lane, but they don't fully commit to the turning lane. So like, you know what I'm talking about. The middle yellow turning lane, if there's 3 lanes in the middle of a road, one lane is going this way, the way I'm going, the other lane's going the opposite way, and then they have the lane in the middle that allows you to turn into the opposite way, right? Why do you not fully go into the turning lane? This guy, like, if this was the edge of the line, his car was all the way like out here. That looks terrible to see on the camera like that when I just saw it, but I feel like you guys know what I'm saying though. Was not the biggest fan of that because why not just go in all the way? Why are you half-assing it? Literally, like 46% of the vehicle is sticking out of the lane right now into my lane, and I gotta veer out of the way to not hit you. I'm roid raging right now on the road. Road rage. Say that fast 17 times. Checkmate. Oh yeah, but I did the little chicken wing machine for the lateral raises, but I actually really liked it. I don't know if it's because I was already really fatigued from the 4 sets I did with the dumbbell lat raises, but those were feeling pretty darn good. I might add them into the routine now, actually. So now I'm kind of wondering, is it too much if I were to do 6 sets of side delts? Because again, it's a small muscle. It's literally one part of the deltoid. So it's like, do I really need to focus 6 sets for one tiny little muscle? So maybe I'm thinking I'll just switch off. Maybe I'll start doing the little chicken wing machine after, because there's another part of me where I'm just like, what if I just do cable lateral raises into the chicken wing lateral raise machine and just completely get rid of the free weight? Because using machines, one beneficial part about using machines is that you really have to worry less about form. And I really do feel like with dumbbell lateral raises, form is key, because if you don't have good form, if you're like me and have a lower back made out of glass, you hurt your lower back because you're pathetic, or you incorporate other muscles because you have bad form, so it's not really isolating your side delts at all. It's bringing in a lot of back and traps. Or another thing is you can start using a lot more momentum, which kind of gets rid of the point of isolating that muscle too, because you're not really using that muscle only per se now. So do I just get rid of dumbbell lateral raises and just do cables and the machine only now? And do 2-2 also for a total of 4 sets? Or should I do 2 sets of dumbbells, 2 sets of cables, and 2 sets of machine? Or is that too much? Because now, like, I'm thinking back about it, the chest is quite a large muscle if you think about it, because if you look at your body, your chest doesn't really account for half of your torso, but it does account for a pretty large percentage of it, right? And you see it. And it's the whole chest. But if I'm doing the side delt, which is one part of the deltoid, to do 6 sets seems a little bit excessive, so maybe I'll still keep it at 4 sets for the time being. Or maybe 6 sets is what's truly going to unlock the gains and really let them blow up. Which is funny, I think I made a YouTube comment, I made a response to somebody saying, let's have our shoulders blow up, brother. And I don't think YouTube liked that, because after I posted it, I never saw that comment, and I know I posted it. So I think YouTube like auto-flagged it as like a terrorist comment and then got rid of it. And maybe me saying that in my video will get this video auto-flagged and I get put on a watch list too, but oh well, all they're gonna see is me going to the gym and going to get those last reps out. But chest workout today. Not my best chest workout, but a great chest pump, which might consider saying, will that actually equate to a good chest workout then? The reason I say it wasn't a great chest workout is because I definitely felt like I could have gotten more weight pushed up. Because looking back, I thought I did 35 on the dumbbell incline press the last time I did chest, but I actually looked at my notepad after I finished my workout and realized I did 40 last time also. So it was the same weight, and it did basically the same reps. I think I did 2 more reps, because I think the last time I did it, it was 8 reps on the first set, 6 on the second. And today, I think I need to review the footage again. I think it was 8 sets, or 8 reps on both sets. So it was an improvement, but I definitely think I would have been a little bit more satisfied if I tried out the 45s or maybe 4 to 6. Just because I feel like I could do it, and you know, the caveman ancestral part of my brain likes to see big number go woo. And what's so wrong with that, right? What's so wrong with seeing the big number go up and then my mind goes woo? Donkey Kong. Another reason I didn't like today's chest day is I didn't get to use the hammer strength isolateral incline press once again, because I went in when it's a little bit busy and there was a line for me to use today as well. So I went back to the old reliable, just the normal chest press machine of the flat variation. And even then, that feels pretty darn good. Like, I can't deny that wasn't my ideal chest day, because I do feel like I have like a really tight feeling chest after I do that one specific hammer strength machine. But still today, I got a great chest pump. I was definitely staring at myself, relishing in the fruits of my labor while I was doing my dumbbell lateral raises right like really close to the mirror so I can really check my form. And I remember the lighting hit my chest in a way that I looked over, and then my chest was cascading a shadow over the rest of my torso. So what did I do? I did the thing where I go, I want to look at my chest a little bit more, so I like tucked my t-shirt behind my back a little bit. And then it was a great moment because I saw my chest and I could see, like, if I twitch my chest muscles, I could see actually like moving, like how some people are able to control that. But then I also had the crushing realization that I do not work out on my abs. So when I tucked my shirt in on my little tummy, I saw my little tummy stick out, and I was like, uh-oh, don't want to show people that. Don't want to show people my underdeveloped tummy. Which was kind of motivation, even though I skipped it today also. More motivation to actually start working on abs now, because I've been skipping them for an entire year. Actually, not a full year. I remember the first 3 months of me working out, I always did abs, because that's back when I still did push-pull legs. And I always did abs on pull day, I think. It was either on push or pull that I did abs. But it was just one exercise. It was just, what are they called? Leg ups? Like where you have like that half an exercise ball behind you with your arms like this, like you're in a jetpack, and then you just bring your knees up. Knee ups? Is that what it's called? Whatever they're called. I did that for 3 months and I hated it, because I realized I think I need a more weighted variation of some sort of ab exercise, because doing 40 reps of that for 3 sets was not the most fun. Not the most exhilarating exercise to me. So I got kind of burnt out on that, stopped doing abs, because I'll never have a 6-pack. But even then, even if I don't ever see a 6-pack, I do want more like a toned stomach. I want toned abs. And even if I don't get the chiseled, defined abs, the 6-pack, the 8-pack that other people might have, having a flat stomach does sound pretty cool, because, you know, me being a heavier dude for the majority of my life, I always had a gut. I always had a tummy. And I still have a tummy right now, which... And I remember for a while too, Maybe if I work on my core and ab a little bit more, maybe the stretch marks that I have on my stomach will go away too. Yeah, even if they don't go away, I'm not too bummed about it. I was really bummed about it first when I lost my initial huge chunk of weight and there were stretch marks on my stomach, and I was like, aw, that's unsightly. But at this point in my life, I like to think of it as corny and cheesy as it sounds, they're like, a battle scar. They're like, a token of remembrance where I say, I used to be a lot heavier. I used to weigh 222, not lean. And now we're inching our way back up from the old 222 to 137. And now we're sitting at about 164 right now. But I think once I start taking my bulk seriously again, I'm going to balloon back up to 170 again. And again, that's not like my actual weight. I know that's like mainly like water and carbs being stored into my body. And that's why I ballooned up to 170 for like a week or two. But again, wasn't having too much fun with the bulk, so what did I do? I took a break from the bulk, and I'm gonna let myself reset a little bit now. But I don't know what I'm gonna eat yet, but I think I want to eat a lot of eggs today. I'm feeling eggy today, fellas. So on that note, I'm in a better mental state. Had a pretty good chest day because the pump was immaculate. The pump was inducing of some sort of emotions. And on that note, I wish you guys a beautiful day, a beautiful night, a beautiful week, whatever you might be doing. And just remember, the days are always going to get better. Woo!